Have you ever felt different? Like you were meant for something bigger? Maybe you've always known deep down that you're special, that you have a greater purpose. Well, you might be what we call a chosen one. Now, you might think being a chosen one is all about having cool powers or being better than everyone else. But it's not what you think. Being a chosen one is about carrying a heavy responsibility, about being a light in the darkness, and that's exactly why others shouldn't mess with them. Imagine being given a task so important that the whole world depends on it. That's what it's like to be a chosen one. It's not just about being special. It's about being chosen for a specific mission that can change everything. And let me tell you, when someone has that kind of purpose, they're not to be taken lightly. So, what makes someone a chosen one? Well, it's not like getting picked for a sports team or winning a contest. Being a chosen one is something deep, something that's part of who you are from the very beginning. It's like having a special mark on your soul that sets you apart from others. Chosen ones often feel different from a young age. They might feel out of place, like they don't quite fit in with the crowd. It's not because there's something wrong with them, but because they're meant for something different, something bigger. You see, chosen ones are often identified by their strong sense of purpose. They feel pulled towards helping others, making the world a better place. It's like they can hear a call that others can't, urging them to step up and make a difference. But here's the thing. Being chosen isn't always easy. In fact, it can be really hard sometimes. Chosen ones often face big challenges and tough decisions. They might feel lonely or misunderstood. People might think they're weird or too intense. But all of this is part of their journey, preparing them for their important role. Now, let's talk about the cool stuff. The spiritual gifts that chosen ones often have. These aren't superpowers like flying or shooting lasers from their eyes. No, these gifts are much more subtle, but just as powerful in their own way. First up, we have intuition. This is like having a super strong gut feeling. Chosen ones often know things without knowing how they know. It's like they have an inner compass that guides them in the right direction. This intuition helps them make good choices and avoid danger. It's not always easy to explain, but when a chosen one has a strong feeling about something, it's usually wise to listen. For example, a chosen one might suddenly feel the need to call a friend, only to find out that friend was in trouble and needed help. Or they might get a strong feeling to avoid a certain place, later learning that something bad happened there. This intuition isn't just random. It's a powerful tool that helps chosen ones fulfill their purpose. Another common gift is empathy, but not just your everyday empathy. Chosen ones often have empathy that goes beyond normal levels. They don't just understand how others feel. They can actually feel it themselves. It's like they're tuned into the emotions of the world around them. This deep empathy allows chosen ones to connect with people on a profound level. They can sense when someone is hurting, even if that person is trying to hide it. This gift helps them know exactly what to say or do to help others. It's a beautiful gift, but it can also be overwhelming. Imagine feeling not just your own emotions, but the emotions of everyone around you. That's what it can be like for a chosen one with strong empathy. Many chosen ones also have a gift for healing. Now, this doesn't mean they can magically cure diseases, though some might. Instead, their presence itself can be healing. They have a calming energy that can soothe others. When they speak, their words can heal emotional wounds. This healing energy can work in different ways. Some chosen ones might be great listeners, helping others work through their problems just by being there. Others might have a knack for giving advice that really hits home. And some might even have a physical healing touch, able to ease pain or promote faster healing through their presence. Lastly, many chosen ones have the gift of vision. This isn't about seeing the future like a fortune teller. Instead, it's about seeing the bigger picture, understanding how things are connected in ways others might miss. Chosen ones with this gift often have vivid dreams or sudden flashes of insight. They might see patterns in events that seem random to everyone else. This vision helps them understand their purpose and guides them in fulfilling it. For instance, a chosen one might have a dream that seems strange at first, but later turns out to be full of symbolism that helps them solve a problem. Or they might suddenly understand how different events in their life are connected, leading them towards their true path. It's important to understand that these gifts aren't just for show. They're not meant to make chosen ones feel special or superior. Instead, these gifts serve a higher purpose. They're tools given to chosen ones to help them fulfill their mission. Think of it like this. If you were sent on an important mission, wouldn't you want to have the right tools for the job? That's exactly what these spiritual gifts are. They're the perfect tools for the specific task each chosen one is meant to accomplish. The intuition keeps them on the right path, even when the way isn't clear. The empathy allows them to connect with and help others in meaningful ways. The healing energy brings light to dark places, mending what's broken. And the vision helps them see where they need to go and what they need to do. Using these gifts isn't always easy. It takes practice, and sometimes it can be confusing or overwhelming. But as chosen ones learn to understand and control their gifts, they become powerful forces for good in the world. Now, you might be thinking, wow, being a chosen one sounds pretty cool. And in some ways it is. But it's not all fun and games. Being a chosen one comes with its own set of challenges, and these challenges are often what make chosen ones so strong. One of the biggest challenges chosen ones face is the burden of knowledge. Imagine knowing that something big and important is coming, but not being able to fully explain it to others, or sensing danger that others can't see. It can feel very lonely and frustrating. Chosen ones often see things others don't. They might understand deep truths about the world or have insights into future events, but trying to share this knowledge isn't always easy. People might think they're crazy or making things up. This can lead to feelings of isolation and misunderstanding. For example, a chosen one might sense that a big change is coming. They might try to warn others or prepare for it, but if no one believes them, they have to carry that knowledge alone. It's like having a heavy backpack that no one else can see or help carry. Another big challenge is the pressure that comes with having a great purpose. Chosen ones often feel a strong sense of responsibility. They know they're meant to do something important, and that can be a heavy weight to carry. This pressure can make everyday decisions feel huge. Chosen ones might constantly wonder if they're making the right choices, if they're on the right path. They might worry about letting people down or failing in their mission. Imagine feeling like every choice you make could have big consequences, not just for you, but for others or even the world. That's the kind of pressure many chosen ones live with every day. Chosen ones also often face tests of faith. This isn't necessarily about religious faith, though it can be. It's about faith in their purpose, in their path, and in themselves. There will be times when things get tough, when it seems like everything is going wrong. In these moments, chosen ones have to hold on to their faith. They have to believe in their mission even when it's hard to see the way forward. These tests can come in many forms. It might be a series of setbacks that make the chosen one question if they're really on the right path. It could be facing strong opposition from others who don't understand or support their mission. Or it might be internal doubts and fears that threaten to overwhelm them. Another tricky challenge for chosen ones is finding balance. With such an important purpose and powerful gifts, it can be hard to live a normal life. Chosen ones often struggle to balance their mission with everyday responsibilities and relationships. They might feel torn between their calling and their personal life. Should they focus on their purpose or spend time with family and friends? How do they handle a job or school when they feel pulled towards their greater mission? This balancing act can be exhausting. Chosen ones might feel like they're constantly juggling different parts of their life, never quite able to give full attention to any one thing. Here's the important thing to remember. These challenges aren't just obstacles. They're actually part of the chosen one's journey. Each challenge helps the chosen one grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for their ultimate purpose. The burden of knowledge teaches them wisdom and discernment. They learn when to speak and when to stay silent, how to share their insights in ways others can understand. The pressure of purpose builds their strength and determination. It teaches them to trust themselves and to keep going even when things get tough. The tests of faith deepen their connection to their mission and to their own inner strength. Each test overcome makes their faith stronger and more unshakable. And the challenge of balance teaches them valuable skills in prioritizing, in self-care, and in living fully in both the everyday world and the world of their higher purpose. In facing and overcoming these challenges, chosen ones become more than they were before. They become the heroes they were always meant to be, ready to face whatever their mission might bring. Now, let's talk about something really important: the power of a chosen one's purpose. This is the heart of why others shouldn't mess with chosen ones. It's not because chosen ones are aggressive or will seek revenge. No, it's because their purpose is so strong, so important, that it creates a kind of shield around them. A chosen one's purpose is like a flame burning deep inside them. It's not just a goal or a dream. It's the very reason they exist. This purpose gives them strength when things get tough. It keeps them going when others might give up. Think of it like this. Imagine you're on a long, difficult journey. If you're just walking for no reason, you might give up when the path gets hard. But if you're walking to save someone you love, you'll keep going no matter what. That's what a chosen one's purpose does for them. It gives them a reason to keep going, to keep fighting, no matter how hard things get. This unshakable core of purpose makes chosen ones incredibly resilient. They can face challenges that would break others. They can keep hope alive in the darkest times. And this resilience is one reason why messing with a chosen one is a bad idea. They simply won't give up. Here's something really cool about chosen ones. The universe itself seems to support them. Now, this doesn't mean everything is always easy for them. But it does mean that when they're following their true purpose, things tend to work out in surprising ways. It's like the universe is conspiring to help them succeed. Doors open that were closed before. The right people show up at just the right time. Solutions appear to problems that seemed unsolvable. This doesn't mean chosen ones can just sit back and do nothing. They still have to work hard and make tough choices. But when they're aligned with their purpose, it's like they have an invisible ally helping them along the way. For those who might try to stop a chosen one, this universal support can be a big problem. It's like trying to fight against the current of a powerful river. You might make some progress for a while, but ultimately, the river will win. Another aspect of a chosen one's purpose is its ripple effect. The actions of a chosen one don't just affect them. They can change the world around them in big ways. Imagine dropping a stone into a calm pond. The ripples spread out, touching everything in the pond. That's what a chosen one's actions are like. When they act in line with their purpose, it creates changes that spread far beyond what they can see. This means that trying to mess with a chosen one isn't just affecting that one person. It's potentially interfering with changes that could help many people. It's like trying to stop a wave. Not only is it nearly impossible, but it affects everything the wave would have touched. Chosen ones often have what we might call a magnet effect. Their strong sense of purpose attracts others who can help them on their journey. This might be other people with similar goals, or people with skills the chosen one needs. This magnet effect means that chosen ones rarely work alone. They build networks, teams, even movements. So anyone trying to stand against a chosen one might find themselves facing not just one person, but a whole group of committed, purposeful individuals. When a chosen one is fully aligned with their purpose, they tap into a power that's hard to describe. It's like they become a channel for something greater than themselves. Their words carry more weight, their actions have more impact, and their very presence can inspire change in others. This alignment gives chosen ones a kind of authority that doesn't come from any worldly source. It's not about having a certain job title or social status. It's a spiritual authority that others can sense, even if they don't understand it. For those who might oppose a chosen one, this alignment can be deeply unsettling. It's like trying to argue with a force of nature. You can try, but ultimately, you're likely to find yourself swept along instead. Finally, it's important to understand that a chosen one's purpose isn't just about achieving something. It's also protective in nature. It shields them from distractions, from doubts, and from those who might try to knock them off their path. This doesn't mean chosen ones never face difficulties or opposition, but it does mean that these challenges often serve to make them stronger, more committed to their path. What might break someone else only fuels a chosen one's determination. In this way, trying to mess with a chosen one can often backfire. Instead of discouraging them, it might just make them more powerful, more focused, and more unstoppable in pursuing their purpose. So, When we talk about why others shouldn't mess with chosen ones, it's not about fear of retaliation. It's about understanding the incredible power of a person who is fully aligned with their life's purpose. It's about recognizing that in trying to stop a chosen one, you're not just fighting against a person. You're fighting against a purpose, a calling, and perhaps even the universe itself. For chosen ones, understanding this power is crucial. It's not about feeling superior or untouchable. Instead, it's about recognizing the responsibility that comes with their purpose. It's about using this power wisely, for the good of all, just as they were always meant to do. The opposition to chosen ones. Now, let's talk about why some people might try to mess with chosen ones. It's not always because they're bad people. Often, it's because they don't understand, or they're afraid of what chosen ones represent. One of the biggest reasons people might oppose chosen ones is fear of the unknown. Chosen ones often bring change, and change can be scary for a lot of people. When someone comes along talking about big missions and spiritual purposes, it can make others feel uncomfortable. Imagine you're used to things being a certain way, and suddenly someone shows up saying everything needs to change. Even if the change is for the better, it can be unsettling. Chosen ones often challenge the status quo, and that can make people who are comfortable with how things are feel threatened. This fear can lead people to try to discredit or stop chosen ones. They might spread rumors, try to make the chosen one look crazy, or even actively work against their mission. It's not because they're evil. It's because they're scared of what might happen if the chosen one succeeds. Another reason some people might try to mess with chosen ones is jealousy. Let's be honest. Being chosen for a special purpose sounds pretty cool. Some people might feel upset that they weren't the ones chosen. This jealousy can come out in different ways. Some might try to prove the chosen one is a fake. Others might try to steal the spotlight or claim they're chosen too. And some might just try to make things difficult for the chosen one out of spite. It's important to remember that this kind of jealousy often comes from a place of insecurity. People who feel good about themselves and their own purpose in life are less likely to feel threatened by someone else's special calling. Sometimes, people oppose chosen ones simply because they don't understand the mission. Chosen ones often see things in a different way than most people. They might talk about ideas or goals that sound strange or impossible to others. For example, a chosen one might talk about bringing peace to the world. To someone focused on everyday problems, this might sound naive or unrealistic. They might think the chosen one is wasting time on impossible dreams instead of dealing with real issues. This misunderstanding can lead to conflict. People might try to stop the chosen one because they think what they're doing is pointless or even harmful. They don't realize that the chosen one's mission, while it might seem strange, is actually very important. In some cases, people might oppose chosen ones because they see them as a threat to their own power. This is especially true if the chosen one's mission involves changing existing systems or challenging authority. People in positions of power might worry that if others listen to the chosen one, they'll lose their influence. They might see the chosen one as competition, even if that's not how the chosen one sees it at all. This can lead to some serious opposition. Those in power might use their resources to try to discredit or stop the chosen one. They might spread false information, create obstacles, or even try to turn others against the chosen one. Here's an important thing to understand. All this opposition isn't just a problem for chosen ones. In many ways, it's actually part of their journey. Each person who tries to mess with a chosen one is, in a way, testing them. These tests help chosen ones grow stronger. They learn how to stand firm in their beliefs, how to explain their mission to others, and how to keep going even when things get tough. Each challenge they overcome makes them better prepared for their ultimate purpose. So in a strange way, the people who try to mess with chosen ones are actually helping them. They're like unintentional teachers, pushing the chosen one to become even more powerful and determined. For chosen ones, it's crucial to remember that most people who oppose them aren't evil. They're usually just scared, confused, or feeling threatened. Understanding this can help chosen ones respond with compassion instead of anger. This doesn't mean chosen ones should let others walk all over them. But by approaching opposition with understanding and kindness, they can often turn enemies into allies. Sometimes, the The person trying to mess with a chosen one today might become their biggest supporter tomorrow. Now, let's talk about something really important: the spiritual protection that surrounds chosen ones. This isn't about having a magic shield or being invincible. It's about the unseen forces that support and guard those who are walking their true path. The first and strongest protection for any chosen one is their very purpose itself. When you're aligned with your true calling, it's like wearing an invisible armor. This armor doesn't stop all harm or prevent all problems, but it does make you much stronger in the face of challenges. Think of it like this: if you're doing something you don't really care about, it's easy to give up when things get hard. But when you're pursuing your true purpose, you find strength you didn't know you had. You can push through difficulties that would stop others in their tracks. This armor of purpose also helps deflect negativity. When you're sure of your path, other people's doubts or criticisms don't hit as hard. You know why you're doing what you're doing, and that knowledge is a powerful shield. Many chosen ones report feeling supported by something bigger than themselves. Some might call it the universe. Others might say it's God or spirit guides. Whatever name you give it, there's often a sense that unseen forces are working to help chosen ones on their path. This support can show up in many ways. It might be coincidences that turn out to be exactly what the chosen one needed. Or it could be meeting the right person at just the right time. Sometimes it's a sudden flash of inspiration or a dream that provides important guidance. This universal support doesn't mean everything is always easy. Chosen ones still face challenges and have to work hard. But there's often a sense that they're not alone, that something is watching out for them and helping to guide their steps. Many chosen ones naturally develop what we might call energy shielding. This is the ability to protect themselves from negative energies or influences. It's not about putting up walls or shutting people out. Instead, it's about maintaining your own positive energy even in difficult situations. This energy shielding can help chosen ones stay centered and calm, even when facing opposition or negativity. It's like having an invisible bubble around you that keeps you connected to your purpose and protected from things that might throw you off course. Developing this energy shielding often comes naturally as chosen ones grow into their role, but it can also be strengthened through practices like meditation, visualization, or energy work. Another form of protection many chosen ones experience is intuitive warnings. Remember how we talked about chosen ones often having strong intuition? Well, this intuition can act as an early warning system, alerting them to potential dangers or pitfalls. These warnings might come as a gut feeling, a sudden thought, or even physical sensations like chills or a feeling of heaviness. Learning to recognize and trust these intuitive warnings is an important part of a chosen one's journey. It's important to note that these warnings aren't about living in fear. Instead, they're tools to help chosen ones navigate their path more safely and effectively. They're like having a really good friend who's always looking out for you, giving you a heads up when you need to be careful. One of the strongest protections for any chosen one is simply the truth of who they are and what they're meant to do. When you're living in alignment with your true self and your true purpose, it creates a kind of protective field around you. This doesn't mean chosen ones should go around announcing their special status to everyone. But there's a quiet strength that comes from knowing who you are and why you're here. This inner knowing can be a powerful shield against doubts, fears, and outside pressures. Living in this truth also tends to attract the right people and opportunities. It's like the universe recognizes and responds to authenticity. When you're being true to your chosen path, you'll often find that the right doors open at the right time. While chosen ones often have natural spiritual protection, many find it helpful to engage in specific practices to strengthen this protection. These might include meditation. Regular meditation can help chosen ones stay centered and connected to their purpose. It can also strengthen their intuition and energy shielding. Visualization. Imagining a protective light or energy around them can help chosen ones feel more secure and grounded. Affirmations. Regularly affirming their purpose and their connection to higher guidance can strengthen a chosen one's spiritual protection. Energy clearing. Practices like smudging, salt baths, or energy healing can help chosen ones clear away negative energies and maintain their spiritual hygiene. Connecting with nature. Many chosen ones find that spending time in nature helps recharge their spiritual batteries and strengthen their protective field. Remember, these practices aren't about becoming invulnerable. They're about staying strong, centered, and connected to your purpose even when facing challenges. It's important for chosen ones to remember that this spiritual protection isn't just for their own benefit. It's a tool to help them fulfill their mission and help others. With great protection comes great responsibility. Chosen ones are often called to use their protected status to stand up for others, to speak truth to power, or to go places others can't. Their spiritual protection isn't a privilege. It's a responsibility to do the work they're meant to do in the world. Understanding this can help chosen ones use their protection wisely. It's not about becoming untouchable or superior to others. Instead, it's about being equipped to do the important work they're here to do, no matter what challenges they might face. Now, let's talk about something serious. What can happen to those who try to hinder or harm a chosen one? This isn't about revenge or punishment. It's about understanding the natural consequences that can occur when someone tries to interfere with a higher purpose. One of the most common consequences of messing with a chosen one is what we might call the boomerang effect. This is when the negative energy or actions someone directs at a chosen one end up coming back to them. It's not because the chosen one is casting spells or wishing harm on anyone. It's more like a natural law of the universe. When you try to harm someone who's aligned with a higher purpose, that negative energy often finds its way back to you. For example, someone might spread lies about a chosen one, trying to ruin their reputation, but instead of harming the chosen one, they end up damaging their own credibility when the truth comes out. Or someone might try to block a chosen one's progress, only to find their own plans being blocked in unexpected ways. This boomerang effect isn't instant karma or magical punishment. It's more like the universe's way of maintaining balance. When you put out negative energy, especially towards someone doing important spiritual work, that energy has to go somewhere. And often, it ends up right back where it started. Another consequence that often befalls those who try to mess with chosen ones is a loss of opportunities. It's like the universe decides, if you're going to try to block good things from happening, then good things are going to have a harder time reaching you. This might show up as missed chances in their personal or professional life. Doors that would have been opened suddenly close. Opportunities that seemed certain suddenly fall through. It's not that they're being cursed or punished. It's more like they're putting themselves out of alignment with the flow of positive energy. Think of it like swimming against a strong current. You can do it for a while, but eventually you'll get tired and fall behind. When someone consistently works against a chosen one, they're often working against the current of positive change, and that can leave them exhausted and missing out on good things in their own life. Perhaps one of the most serious consequences of messing with a chosen one is a feeling of spiritual disconnection. People who consistently try to hinder or harm chosen ones often report feeling cut off from their own sense of purpose or spiritual guidance. It's like they've tuned their radio to a station of negativity, and now they can't hear the positive, uplifting messages anymore. They might feel lost, confused, or empty inside. Some describe it as a spiritual dark night. This disconnection isn't a punishment. It's more like a natural result of consistently choosing to work against the forces of light and positive change. When you spend your energy trying to dim someone else's light, you often end up in the dark yourself. Sometimes, the consequence of messing with a chosen one is actually a positive one. It serves as a wake-up call. In trying to interfere with a chosen one's mission, some people end up facing hard truths about themselves. They might be forced to confront their own fears, insecurities, or negative patterns. In some cases, this confrontation can lead to personal growth and transformation. The person who started out trying to hinder a chosen one might end up on their own spiritual journey. This wake-up call can be uncomfortable or even painful, but for many, it's the start of important personal growth. It's like the universe is saying, if you're going to get involved with a chosen one's mission, you'd better be ready to do some work on yourself. It's important to understand that these consequences don't just affect the individual trying to mess with a chosen one. There's often a ripple effect that touches the lives of those around them. For example, if someone in a position of power tries to block a chosen one's work, the negative consequences might affect their entire organization. Or if a parent tries to stop their chosen one child from following their path, it might create tension that impacts the whole family. This ripple effect isn't about punishment. It's about the interconnected nature of all things. When someone chooses to work against a force for positive change, that choice can have far-reaching effects. Despite all these consequences, it's crucial to remember the importance of forgiveness. Chosen ones aren't here to judge or condemn those who oppose them. In fact, part of their mission often involves showing compassion and understanding, even to those who try to harm them. This doesn't mean chosen ones should allow themselves to be mistreated, but it does mean approaching opposition with an open heart. Often, the people trying to mess with chosen ones are acting out of fear, pain, or misunderstanding. Recognizing this can help chosen ones respond with love rather than anger. In many cases, this forgiveness can be transformative. The person who was once an enemy might become an ally. The opponent might turn into a supporter. This transformation is often more powerful than any negative consequence could be. Ultimately, the consequences of messing with a chosen one come down to a simple choice. Do you want to align yourself with positive change, or do you want to resist it? Those who choose to support chosen ones, or at least not actively work against them, often find their own lives improving. They might discover their own sense of purpose, experience unexpected blessings, or feel a greater sense of peace and fulfillment. On the other hand, those who consistently choose to oppose chosen ones often find life becoming more difficult. It's not about punishment, but about the natural results of working against the flow of positive energy. The good news is, this choice is always available. Even someone who has been working against a chosen one for years can choose to change their stance. And when they do, they often find that the universe is quick to respond with positive changes in their own life. Remember, the goal isn't to scare people into supporting chosen ones. It's about understanding the natural laws of energy and consequence. When we align ourselves with those working for the greater good, we often find ourselves uplifted in the process. And isn't that a much better way to live? Advice for chosen ones. If you're reading this and feeling a strong resonance, like maybe you're a chosen one yourself, this section is especially for you. Being a chosen one is a big responsibility, but it's also an incredible journey. Here's some advice to help you navigate your path. First and foremost, embrace who you are. Being a chosen one means you're different, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's amazing. Your uniqueness is your strength. Don't try to fit in or be like everyone else. You were chosen because of who you are, not in spite of it. Remember, feeling different or out of place is common for chosen ones. You might have always felt like you didn't quite fit in, or like you were seeing the world differently from those around you. This isn't a flaw, it's a sign of your special purpose. Embracing your uniqueness might mean doing things differently from others. You might have unconventional ideas or approaches. Trust these instincts. Your unique perspective is part of your gift to the world. Your intuition is one of your most powerful tools. As a chosen one, your gut feelings and inner knowing are often spot on. Learn to listen to that quiet voice inside you. It's often guiding you towards your purpose. This doesn't mean you should ignore logic or reason. But when you have a strong feeling about something, pay attention. Your intuition might be picking up on things that your conscious mind hasn't figured out yet. Trusting your intuition takes practice. Start small. When you have a hunch about something, follow it and see where it leads. Over time, you'll learn to recognize and trust your inner guidance more and more. With all this talk of special purposes and spiritual gifts, it's easy to get caught up in the clouds. But it's crucial for chosen ones to stay grounded. Remember, you're here to make a difference in the real world. Staying grounded might mean taking care of your physical health. Eat well, get enough sleep, and exercise regularly. These basic self-care practices help keep you balanced and ready for whatever challenges come your way. It also means staying connected to the everyday world. Don't isolate yourself or think you're above mundane tasks. Do normal things, spend time with friends and family, engage with your community. Your mission doesn't separate you from the world. It connects you to it in a deeper way. As a chosen one, you likely have special gifts or abilities. These might be spiritual gifts like intuition or empathy, or they might be more tangible talents. Whatever your gifts are, it's important to develop them. Think of your gifts like muscles. The more you use them, the stronger they get. Look for opportunities to practice and refine your abilities. If you're empathic, for example, you might practice really listening to others and tuning into their emotions. Developing your gifts also means learning to control them. Sometimes chosen ones can be overwhelmed by their abilities, especially empaths who might absorb others' emotions too easily. Learning techniques like grounding, shielding, and energy management can help you use your gifts effectively without burning out. Staying connected to your purpose is crucial for chosen ones. Your purpose is your North Star, guiding you through difficult times and helping you make important decisions. Spend time regularly reflecting on your purpose. Why do you think you were chosen? What do you feel called to do in the world? How can you use your unique gifts to make a difference? Connecting with your purpose might involve meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature. Find practices that help you feel centered and aligned with your mission. When you're connected to your purpose, you'll feel more energized, focused, and resilient. Remember, being a chosen one doesn't mean you're perfect. You're still human, and you're still learning and growing. Be patient with yourself as you figure things out. You might make mistakes along the way, and that's okay. In fact, those mistakes are often important parts of your journey, teaching you valuable lessons and helping you grow stronger. Don't expect to have all the answers right away. Your path will unfold over time. Trust the process and be kind to yourself as you navigate your unique journey. Even though you're chosen for a special purpose, that doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. In fact, seeking support and guidance is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Look for mentors or teachers who can help guide you on your path. These might be spiritual leaders, wise elders, or even other chosen ones who are further along in their journey. Also, don't underestimate the importance of a supportive community. Surrounding yourself with people who understand and support your mission can make a huge difference. This might mean finding like-minded individuals or joining groups focused on spiritual growth and positive change. One of the biggest challenges for many chosen ones is finding balance. It's easy to get so caught up in your mission that you neglect other areas of your life. But balance is crucial for long-term success and well-being. Make sure you're taking care of all aspects of yourself: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Don't neglect your relationships or your own self-care in pursuit of your mission. Remember, you're most effective when you're well-rounded and balanced. Taking time for rest, fun, and personal relationships isn't selfish, it's necessary. It helps recharge you so you can continue your important work. As you grow into your role as a chosen one, it's important to stay humble. Remember, being chosen doesn't make you better than anyone else. It just means you have a specific role to play. Humility helps you stay open to learning and growth. It allows you to connect with others authentically and to receive help when you need it. Plus, humility is often more inspiring to others than arrogance or self-importance. Staying humble also means remembering that everyone has their own journey and purpose. Your path isn't the only path, and your way isn't the only way. Respect others' journeys, even when they're different from your own. Part of your journey as a chosen one will involve facing your own inner shadows. These are the parts of yourself that you might prefer to ignore: your fears, insecurities, and perceived flaws. Facing these shadows isn't easy, but it's necessary. As you work to bring light to the world, you need to be willing to shine that light on your own dark corners too. This inner work might involve therapy, self-reflection, or spiritual practices. It's often challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. As you heal and integrate your shadows, you become more whole and more powerful in your mission. Finally, remember that being a chosen one is a journey of constant growth and learning. Stay curious. Keep asking questions. Be willing to challenge your own assumptions and beliefs. Read widely, explore different perspectives, and be open to new ideas. Your understanding of your purpose and your role might evolve over time, and that's okay. In fact, it's a sign that you're growing and deepening your wisdom. Never stop learning, both about the world around you and about yourself. The more you grow, the more effective you'll be in fulfilling your important mission. Being a chosen one is both a great honor and a significant responsibility. It's a journey filled with challenges, but also with incredible opportunities for growth, transformation, and positive impact. Remember, you were chosen for a reason. Your unique gifts, your perspective, and your energy are needed in this world. Even when things get tough, know that you have the strength and the support to overcome any obstacle. As you walk your path, stay true to yourself and your purpose. Be kind to yourself and others. Keep your heart open and your spirit strong. Trust in the journey, even when you can't see the whole path ahead. And perhaps most importantly, remember that being chosen doesn't set you apart from others. It connects you to them in a profound way. Your mission, whatever it may be, is ultimately about serving others and making the world a better place. So embrace your role as a chosen one. Step into your power with humility and grace. The world is waiting for the unique gifts that only you can bring. Trust yourself, trust your purpose, and know that you have what it takes to make a real difference in this world. Your journey as a chosen one is just beginning. There will be challenges ahead, but there will also be incredible moments of joy, growth, and accomplishment. Stay strong, stay focused, and above all, stay true to the light within you. The world needs your light now more than ever. Remember, being a chosen one isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being willing to show up, to do the work, and to keep growing and learning along the way. It's about using your unique gifts to serve others and to contribute to the greater good. As you go forward from here, carry this knowledge with you. You are chosen. You are powerful. You are needed. The journey ahead may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Trust in yourself, trust in your purpose, and trust in the journey ahead. You've got this.